Hey everybody, I decided to make an on-screen appearance today just to tell you that there is really good news for PlayStation 4 users, especially on 12.02. And really what that is that now by using a Lua game as well as the remote Lua loader and EchoStretch's PS4 HEN VTX, we are now able to run fake package games on a PlayStation 4 12.02. So let's dig into this. So this is possible by this project that EchoStretch created called PS4 HEN VTX. VTX stands for Vortex. People ask that all the time. There is your answer. But if we scroll down into this, you will see that it states PS4 HEN version 2.1.5, and the current support on this is from 5.05 to 12.02. Now, you may be asking yourself, what's the difference between this and GoldHEN? And the way I like to think about it is that this is a more stripped down, less featured version of a homebrew enabler versus something like GoldHEN, which has a lot of fancy features such as doing things like cheats, 60 frames per second patches, plug-in models and things of that nature. Now, one thing that you can expect with using this PS4 HEN is that you will be able to get debug settings, and with the debug settings, you can do things like install fake package games, and yes, you can also run them. Now, it has a couple of other features that honestly we've had for such a very long time that for the most of you, you probably won't need any of this. But what you will take advantage of, again, is going to be that debug settings and really kind of getting this jailbreak. Now, it doesn't specifically state on here that you can run fake package games, probably for legal reasons, but you absolutely can. Now, if we go up into this project and we go over here to commits, what we can see is just yesterday there was a fix for 12.00 to 12.02, as well as another update that came in right here. Now, some of you might recall where I took a deep look into using PS4 HEN VTX. In this scenario, I had a PlayStation 4 that was setting on 8.50. Now, if you go over to the GoldHEN releases here, you can see that 8.50 is not included as a supported firmware. So to drive the point home here, EchoStretch has a HEN that is available for that 8.50 and then for, again, all of the versions that's in between this. So if we go back over to this video here, you can see that I have an 8.50 bin file that came from his repo. And if I go ahead and I run this, then it looks just like this. There we go. PP pawn, payload injected successfully. And then right there it is, PS4 HEN version 2.1.3. And so with using PS4 HEN VTX or PS4 HEN, I could now go back to the main menu, go back into settings, and then down at the very bottom, right there is debug settings. So that is exactly what you're going to get here. Again, you will be able to come in here and go over here to game and then package installer, and then just be able to install all of your PKGs. And yes, they will also run. Now, again, all of this is only possible because we have the remote Lua loader. And so in this instance, you will actually need to have a physical game disk, which again, all of the games are located just right here. Or it could have also worked if you had have installed one of the demos back when, say, 12.02 was the latest firmware. Now, inside this remote Lua loader, which you'll find over here in payloads, is where you will have the ability that you can do things like send over the lapse.lua exploit. So this is the exploit that is needed to run in order to get kernel access. And then once this has been ran, then you'll more than likely want to use the bin loader as this adds receiving payloads via a socket in the bin loader. Now again, things such as this application, Netcat GUI, is what I typically use to send payloads over, but you can use a number of different tools. And then once you get this loaded, you would come back over here and go to releases and then just download the latest and greatest release. And again, here is all of those bin files. And so down here at the bottom, you'll see one for 12.02. And then basically you can use the bin loader and then just send this bin file over to your PlayStation 4. Now, if you are wondering what is going on with GoldHEN and when will GoldHEN support that 12.02 firmware, I am very pleased to state that I looked through the issues and I found this thread, and it states, are there any plans for 12.02 in update 2.4? And that down here, what you will find is that Sistro, they responded, yep, it's a work in progress. So GoldHEN is absolutely coming for 12.02. Now, I am planning myself on creating a tutorial for 12.02, but I'm waiting just a little bit more until this process is a little bit more complete and a little bit easier than what it currently is today. Now, I think the really big gotcha on all of this is that you're going to need to have one of these physical discs, which I don't think the vast majority of you have, at least at this moment, because some of these games like Akagi 2 is running like 150 US dollars. Now, you will notice that when I released this tweet, somebody said down here, no WebKit, no jailbreak, and well, it has 3 likes as of an hour ago. So this method of requiring a Lua disk may be a turnoff to some. Anyways, don't worry, I'm going to keep you updated with all of the latest and greatest PlayStation news, as well as, yes, I am dabbling a little bit in the Switch too, but don't worry, PlayStation is still my heart. Anyways, I'll talk to you on the next one. Michael, out!